Hey everyone, this is quite an odd vlog to do because today we heard news that one of the greatest wrestlers of the independent scene, Kris Travis, lost his fight with cancer, and I never I never got to talk to him on as much as I got to talk to Bubblegum or Joey Hayes or Dirk Feelgood or even Erosy. I never got to talk to him in that as well as I talked to those guys. But Kris, whenever I saw him at a wrestling show, I'd always smile and she'd always smile back and say hello kind of thing, and did you enjoy the show and that kind of thing, and he'd always have a smile or an hello or a goodbye kind of thing, and it was always very pleasant and very polite at shows. I was just thinking back, and I first saw him wrestle at GPW. It wasn't Back with a Bang. It was the one after that show. About 10 years ago, Danielle, she would have been 11 or 12. So yeah, it would have been around 10 years ago, and it was in a tag team match with Scotty X and the other tag team called Project Ego, and I can't remember the exact team they was up against. I think one of the guys was called Flood. Damage Control, that's it. The tag team they was up against was, I think it was Damage Control, and they'd been having a rivalry storyline with Project Ego. This was the first time I'd ever been to GPW, so I'm kind of and it was 10 years ago, so I'm kind of like trying to think back. Things I remember from that show was Project Ego against this Damage Control, and they introduced Dom Travis, who also sadly passed away about 3 years ago, as Chris's cousin. And I don't know if he just used that, if it was going to be a running storyline with that of him being Chris's cousin, or if it was just a way to introduce Travis as his last name, like bring him in like as a cousin. But it wasn't much older than me, and he's lost this battle against this terrible, awful disease, and I didn't know him as well as I know some of the other guys, like I say, Bubblegum, Joey Hayes, Erosy, Dirk Feelgood. But whenever I got to speak to him, he would always smile and say hi, kind of thing, or did you enjoy the show? If I was going out, if I said, see you Kris, he'd always turn around and smile back and nod or wave, and it's just awful because it's no age to be taken, and he'll be missed on the scene because he was one of the greatest and one of the best high flyers. I say, going back to Joey Hayes and Bubblegum and El Ligero, and they are three off the top of my head the greatest, best, most amazing high flyers out there, and they whenever I watch them wrestle, they just blow my mind with the moves they do. I'm actually finding it really hard to do this vlog. I I did I did get a chance to work with him on Power Crazy Wrestling. I think I was on a show when I was a ring announcer, and I got to announce him for one of his matches, and that was pretty cool because, like I say, I'd seen him wrestle other places, and he was, even though he was a heel, he was one of my favourites. The last time I did actually get to see him wrestle was at Wales Comic Con, and he was in a match with T-Bone, Bubblegum, and Joe Yates, and it was actually weird because at this match, Bubblegum was the heel and Kris Travis was the face. So it was kind of like weird, but actually cheering for Travis and booing Bubblegum, which in wrestling swings and roundabouts. But I at that one, Midnight was actually with me, and it was the first time she'd actually seen a mess up. And I say in this match it was Bubblegum, Jory, T-Bone against Dylan Roberts, Kris Travis, and the other guy's name escapes me in a minute. I'm sorry that your name escapes me, but it was a brilliant match because it was outside and it was on concrete, and it was just kind of like Midnight had never experienced the indie wrestling scene, and Midnight was well into it, and the fact that as well, like Kris Travis was from Sheffield and she's from Pontefract, like she was really cheering for him. Um, but yeah, again, there's no words to say to his family, to his friends. Really sorry for your loss, for all the wrestling guys out there. He's wrestling this weekend. Keep your heads up. Go out this weekend and give one hell of a show. I'm be at GPW tomorrow. I'm in on Saturday. Going to Pontefract to watch a wrestling show there. So I'll be supporting the wrestling circuit this weekend. It's just a quick one, so I'm going to say goodbye now, and my thoughts are with Chris's friends and his family and everyone on the wrestling scene. Bye.